the same time, I know all of you have heard stories from people trapped on Storm Mountain that, it's a new time, it's a new world, because they're Facebooking and emailing out when they couldn't get on a phone about being blocked on a road. We've dealt with that issue for egress, but we also recognize there's hundreds of homes on Storm Mountain, and we're going to need to work with everybody involved to figure out how those are supported. The one road that I'm aware of now comes across private property, and there's some issues. We're working with the commissioners. We'll be talking to landowners about that, and there's other areas where we're going to deal with that. Certainly we'll be working with CDOT and everybody else when it comes to figuring out how people can get back in, because even though they're not going to live back there, they've got homes that have their belongings left in them, and they're going to fight every inch to get back and save what they've got, even if their home's gone. So there's going to be a lot of those issues coming up, and please understand we are looking at those. We don't have the answers yet, but we're asking the questions, we're planning, we're working. We got great folks to help us with that.
Do you expect movement on that, Justin?
There's a lot of little movement going right now, Major. You're not seeing it on the front end as to what things are being done. A lot of this is planning ahead of time. I mean, it's planning on things for us, since it's a 3 or 4 hour drive to Estes Park, on being able to rent some housing so that emergency responders can live up there during their work week. It's things like helicopters, potentially. Once this fleet goes, once they're done with the rescue, they need to get back. But we're going to have to look at the county level, the potential to have contracted aircraft to get folks in and out. So those things are happening bit by bit.
Well, I guess I'm asking, do you expect movement on that private landowner issue? Are you optimistic that something can be worked out there?
Well, yeah, we're working on it. I don't know how this is going to be resolved, but we are. And when it came to us, it was helpful. It wasn't helpful when 500 people kept emailing us the same thing. We had to put that out and say, okay, we understand, we're working on it. But how that's going to be resolved is sticky, because we're dealing with private property rights on both sides, but we'll get through it.
Yeah, can you explain that for the people that say, we don't understand, you guys at the sheriff's office, the firefighters, why can't you just go in? Can you explain the legal issues there?
Well, yeah, the issues, we had people that are up there. There's a forest road that comes down. The issue, as I understand it, and we're going to be connecting more dots on this, is that forest road at a point actually used private property to get out. That's been closed and gated for years to normal access, so nobody had that right. Now, when it comes to the emergency part, getting somebody out for life safety, absolutely, we exercise our authority and responsibility to make that happen. But when it comes to those issues of ingress back in for people who want to get to their homes, I mean, while I understand where they're coming from, it's the same as saying somebody wants to drive semi-trailers across your front yard. We've got to work through those things, because there's issues on both sides. So understand we are looking at that and figuring out how to get through it.